Hola gang, and welcome again to Old Nerd Reviews. I'm Tony, I'm your old nerd of the day, and I try things so you don't have to. Today is a product review. I'm going to be reviewing the Sunlit Goods French press for coffee, of course. Well, you can use this for tea if you use tea leaves and hot and cold coffee. I love coffee. I am absolutely addicted to coffee. Well, not addicted, but as close as you can get without actually being addicted. I absolutely love coffee. But the blight of my existence is making a good cup of coffee, which is why I eventually got my single cup coffee maker, because that's like a no-brainer. But I hear French presses are the absolute bomb-diggiest as far as good coffee. If you want a great cup of coffee, so many people say use a French press. Making coffee is a science. There is so much into it, and so many opinions. You hear people say, keep your coffee in the fridge, keep your coffee out of the fridge, use this much, use this much, use this kind of water, use this kind of water, warm water, cold water, all kinds of opinions. I decided to break down and review a coffee press and see if it's everything that everybody says it is. I'm not really into doing so much to make coffee. I don't want it overly complicated, but this sounds fairly simple, so let's go ahead and give it a try. Okay, so here's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be holding the French press firmly on a dry, sturdy surface and pull the handle up to remove the plunger from the carafe. The Sunlit Goods press makes from 1 to 4 cups of coffee, so I'm using 4 heaping tablespoons. You use coarse ground coffee because the French presses don't have a filter. They have like this screen. And if you get ground coffee like you would use for a drip coffee maker, the coffee will actually go through and get into your coffee, and you don't want to be drinking coffee grounds. So you've got to make sure that the French press coffee is a coarse ground coffee. I went over to the store and chose some beans and ground it up in the store's coffee maker. Just had the setting set to a coarse ground and did it right there. Easy peasy. This smells so good. Now I did some research, and from what I understand, you're supposed to use coffee that is between 3 days old and 10 days old. If it's pre-3 days old, it emits a CO2, which causes foam in the coffee, and you don't want that. If it's beyond 10 days old, then it's considered just old coffee. They say to use filtered water, and after you bring it to a boil, let it sit for about 2 or 3 minutes to reduce the temperature down to the desired temperature of 195 to 205 degrees. Okay, so once you add the coffee, you pour the desired amount of nearly boiling water into the carafe, leaving at least an inch of space at the top. Stir with a spoon. Now that's the side of the package. From what I read, you want to put it just enough over the grounds at first, just enough to soak them, and then go ahead and pour it about 2/3 of the way full. Put the plunger in, just set it on the top. Don't push it down yet. Set the lid on the top and then let it steep for at least 3 minutes. The longer you let it steep, the stronger your coffee is going to be. So anywhere between 3 and 4 minutes, I would say, according to what I've read. And the magic is in the steeping. This will bring out the most aroma and the most flavor in the coffee. The magic, remember, is in the steeping. Okay then, holding the handle firmly, apply minimal pressure on top of the knob to lower the plunger straight down. You're not wanting to squash the coffee, just push it slowly down until it reaches the bottom. Now just pour the coffee and, according to them, enjoy. From what I've read again, When you drink French press coffee, do it immediately, preferably black. Now, this is going to allow the most flavor and the most oil, so you're going to get a really wonderful tasting cup of coffee. For the ultimate flavor in that coffee, once it's done, it's only good for about 20 minutes, so preferably share it with somebody, have somebody over for coffee. After that, it starts to degrade in flavor, aroma, etc. Okay, so after the process, let's take a drink. Now, first of all, the smell is just really full-bodied, wonderful. It smells like fresh ground coffee beans that have been really brewed well. Very aromatic. Wow, a lot of flavor to it. In order to get the best, most flavorful coffee from French press coffee, you should drink it black, but I'm just not a black drinker. So I added a little bit of cream and sugar to it, and it didn't take away from the flavor at all. And to me, it made it better. I like my coffee a little bit sweet. And I found this online, link and a coupon code for you in the description. On the Nerdometer, I would rank the Sunlit French press coffee maker. I would give it a high, I like it. I have nothing to compare it to because I've never had a French press before, but it seems to be really well made. It's a good price, and you know, it's a few extra steps than what I would do with my K-cup. You know, pop it in, there it is. But it turns out really good coffee with a very easy process, very full-bodied flavor, and really nice smell that's definitely going to wake you up in the morning. So for French press coffee lovers, I would say this is a winner. There you go, gang. Another review in the bag. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up and join me over on Facebook at facebook.com/Old Nerd Reviews and become a part of the Old Nerd Crony community. Excuse my sweat. It's hot. Over at Twitter, Old Nerd Reviews. Over at Instagram and Periscope, Old Nerd Reviews, and at oldnerdreviews.com. You guys have a freaking awesome day, and I'll see you next video. Bye now.